even within the kind of the mob of us in there, or once you get back in the locker room, like what can you take us through that and what it's been like?
There was a lot of water splashing, a lot of excitement, a lot of celebration. It was just a good win. Like, obviously, we're up a lot of the game, and then they had that run where they came back. So, I mean, it was just a fight, and we came together, fought through adversity, and came out on top. So, it was a good win.
So in the first half, I think you were 3 for 3, and then came out of halftime, missed 1 3, and then didn't miss a shot for the rest of the game. Where did you get to the point where you were comfortable? Where were the shots coming from? How much of it was them focusing attention and guys delivering? Like, can you take me through that night?
Yeah, I mean, Austin has 16 assists, so I think they all came from him. But yeah, I was knocking down shots and kind of just getting my rhythm and kept shooting. So when they're falling, they're falling.
I know you had a lot of confidence in yourselves, but Rob Pelinka, JJ had some nice comments about you in the offseason as to why they wanted you here. Do you feel like a game like this? Not that you needed to validate it, you play the same way you're going to play, but do you feel like that kind of gives you a certain increased confidence or anything like that?
Like, not so increased confidence, but they have just been wanting me to be more aggressive scoring, especially with everyone that we have out. And coming off like last game where I wasn't really as aggressive, and they, Portland played pretty physical and tough, and I just kind of let things happen. I had conversations with both of them to just come out here and kind of play how I play, and I think I just did just that.
It was the 51 in Sacramento, then he falls up with the 40-piece. Against Portland. Now the 16 assists. Just what's it been like having Austin really lead this team, not physically, spiritually, emotionally, while guys have been out?
Yeah, I mean, he's a dog. He's a leader. He's a competitor. He helps rally us together in all the tough times, during a game. And he's been leading us, these last couple of games that players have been out, and he's going to keep on doing that. He's a really good basketball player, a lead at pretty much everything really, and. Yeah, he'll keep doing just that.
When you get in a rhythm like you got in the third quarter, I think you ended up 7 for 8 in the quarter. I mean, 10 for 11 for the entire game. But are you in your head tracking what you're at shooting? Do you know?
The only thing I'm tracking is those missed free throws. That's it. That's the only thing I cared about tonight.
You mentioned that they've been on you about being more aggressive. I guess whether it's JJ teammates, what have those conversations look like? What have they said to you outside of just be more aggressive? What are they saying to you?
It's pretty much just have a scorer's mentality. A lot of times I feel like when I'm in the game, I'm looking for an AR or someone else to kind of get off the ball to, hitting DA or Rui or whoever it is, and then to kind of just come out tonight and be like I'm going to go score. I'm going to be more aggressive myself so that, when I am making shots, I can, collapse the defense and then kick it out and stuff like that. Just to go out there and kind of have that scorer's mentality.
How much do the tape sessions help you with that? Are they showing you stuff like, okay, here's a point where you probably could have shot it?
Hey, me and Lindsay got together before this game. We watched
everybody else on the team except for LeBron. So you've kind of seen the whole growth of it. How much fun have you had this week? Kind of watching these moments, and especially the ones resulting in wins.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. 3 years ago, right when I got traded here, I honestly didn't know about him before I got here, and he was injured, I think, that time, and I think he came back on a what was that? The game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, the game. Yeah.
I think you guys remember that he made a move on Giannis around the top. Like it was a close twin, whatever. And he made a layup, and I'm like, oh, okay, he got it, And since then, I was just watching him every game, literally, every game he just growing every year. It's amazing to, be around with him, watching this. This is the first game winner. I don't know.
At Dallas rookie year.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, that was before you got there.
Yeah. So it's amazing. Yeah.
What was your perspective on that final play? Kind of what you had heard in the huddle, and then Austin was telling us that McDaniels kind of pushed him out, so it blew up the play a little bit. But where were you, and what were you seeing?
I was just in the corner. I don't know. It just that was the play.
You're spaced in the corner.
Yeah. I was just spaced out in the corner, but yeah, it was for play for him. I knew they were gonna double team whatever, so I had to be ready to shoot. But yeah, he got it. He split the defense, and he got those floaters, so yeah.
Austin, it's not your first buzzer beater, but for the Lakers, but just considering all the circumstances and the week that you've had and everything that's kind of been on the shoulders, your teammates, how does all of that hit you after you saw the ball go up in the air?
That one felt good. I mean, for obvious reasons, we won, but last time we were in this building, I had a shot to tie it in the corner in the playoffs with Game 4 and missed. And let me tell you, that feeling sucks. And we had a comfortable lead in the fourth. I wouldn't say comfortable. Nothing's comfortable in the NBA anymore. But we had a lead in the fourth, and they did a good job getting back into it. Take the lead with 10 seconds to go, and it's easy not to. It's easy to be, down on yourself and frustrated. There were some plays in the fourth that I wish, I didn't make and that I made, a couple turnovers, and just to have that opportunity to get us a big road win, obviously with a lot of people hurt, it's special, but like I said out there, we wouldn't have been in that position if it wasn't for, everybody that, chipped in tonight. Jake was monstrous. I think that's the best basketball game I've seen him play since he's been in the league. But you could go down the list. It wasn't just him. And even though I struggled offensively, putting the ball in the basket, we didn't let that frustrate us. They kept hooping and kept encouraging me to go do what I do. Try to follow suit so he could be, up to touch on the screen. And with him running full speed towards me and me running towards him, I have the, edge on being able to, go both ways. And, when I seen him on the outside, obviously, like you said, it's instincts. Got by him, and then seeing DiVincenzo, set up for a charge. So I couldn't get all the way to the rim, and just got to a good spot and put up a good floater.
Honestly,
Good to see you work.
good to have a job. See, when you have two other stars out, don't give me that old no Luka. How much is
obviously,
this on you?
Even when they're
not
playing,
just school,
I put
but the league.
a big responsibility on myself. It's different responsibilities, obviously, because they do so much for our team. But when we don't have them, the responsibility changes. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's. Physically, it's a little more, but I'm always mentally trying to figure out how I can help with them too and without them too. So it's definitely different in the sense of how I have to play and how I have to conduct myself. I can't get frustrated because at that time everybody's looking at me, and in those situations you have to be calm, be confident, and lead your guys through. Like I said, they had we were up I think 10 or so, and they went on a run, and it's not hard to kind of crumble in those situations, but you got to keep the energy high, you got to keep the spirit high, and but saying all that, everybody, not just them two, please come back.
How about this? Luka Doncic